Fellas, what's good? What's good? This Thawed Sports Talk
What
live.
it do?
No doubt.
Fellas, what's good? What's good? Start, start
What
live.
it do?
Yeah, let me cut this
Wow.
down and somebody got the computer on speaker or so, we get that echo. But we got a special guest with us, Jeff and J Jack in the building. And we got a baby Money Marv in the building.
Sag Nasty. What's happening, fellas, man? I appreciate being here.
No doubt. We appreciate you being here, bro. You know what I'm saying? We was just talking, like I said, we go back to elementary, bro. I mean, I was in elementary. Come on up here. You and Howard.
I'm about to say,
that was
Howard.
all love.
I love my cousin, man. That's my cousin, too. You know?
That was my baby, too.
I was just down there in Atlanta, Georgia, man, and I stayed with him for that Spartan game, when Mississippi State played against Pittsburgh. I stayed with him for a whole week. Yep, got to stay with cuz, man. He's just like a brother. He's more like a brother than a cousin anyway.
Yeah, y'all were super close.
Yeah, and if I would have pitched it to him a little bit more, he probably would have been at state instead of me. I kept that thing, though.
Yeah. Hey, he was one of the most talented cats I had ever seen, too, man. Me and Howard, man, I mean, we won a soccer championship together. Soccer. That boy was scoring like 5, 6, 7 points a game.
Hey, man, if it had a score, we played it. I'm telling you, man, that's one thing. And I like to think about that because it was always a man coaching us, man. To be honest, both of our fathers wasn't around that much, man. But I think about it, that's why we play so many sports: baseball, soccer, softball, stay active, and usually had a positive brother, coaching the team, man. You know what I mean? So
no doubt.
That's what I remember about growing up in Saginaw too, man, with my cousin.
Yeah. Them were some good days too. I mean,
I
remember Howard used to be like, "Come on, bro. Come on, we're going to practice." I'm like, "Bro," and then I had to tell him, "I'm like, bro, my mom ain't gonna let me go to North, bro."
You couldn't get over the
door. I didn't want to go to North. I was straight in the middle of everything. So Arthur Eddy was like right closer to me.
Man,
so I had to go to Arthur Eddy my 7th grade year.
I just found out that Howard wanted to go to Saginaw High. I really just found that out like just recently, like months ago, that he was like, "Cuz, man, I was going to Saginaw High." I was like, "What?"
That was your influence.
Listen, I never had any intentions on going to the high.
I'm blaming you, bro. I'm blaming you, bro.
My cousin said, "Man, you don't think we could have did that at high?" I was like, "Nah, I don't." But he told me just recently that he was going to the high, man, and he was like, "Man, let me just go with my cousin." But I never knew that, man, until 46 years old, that my cousin wanted to go to Saginaw High School, and he chose to come over to Arthur Hill because of me.
I already knew it, and that was because we was all at the high.
Yeah,
all the people, the ones he grew up with at Houghton and. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from the hood.
Living over there for sure, man. I was on both sides, man. But I was just really still amazed that dude, he never told me that, man, until he was 46 years old.
He didn't want to tell you. He probably thought about it the whole time, like all them years, like, should I tell him?
Yeah, he did, man. I couldn't believe it. And like I said, the really question was, you don't think we could have did that at the high? And the high was playing basketball, man. From what I remember growing up, as much as they was doing their thing. When we got a little bit older in 9th grade, we got Jamie Lay and them. So, but I don't know, man. Coach Yerk and them and them cats, they was over there talking to us, man, and then it just happened, I guess, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I think you put a dent in the high, though.
I tell you, man, I talked to an older cat, man. He told us that recently at a little picnic that we was at, that he couldn't believe that the Booster Club couldn't believe that they let me and Howard go across the bridge to Arthur Hill. He's like, how does that happen? This man lives across the street from y'all school, and he went to Art Hill, and he couldn't believe it. He said people was pissed off, mad, and this is all stuff that I don't know until just recently, man. Like, really, truly.
I bet you.
I didn't know none of this, man.
You probably don't even know how much influence you had over Saginaw, like, period, in that whole time, because within that time, it's like, you remember back then, like I said, I had to go to a school close to me. You know what I'm saying? Back, you kind of was like the opening of the opening road.
The Roman. And they cut it down too, right after that.
Hey, we ain't letting this happen no more.
No, this ain't happening again. Because my sister's only a couple years younger than me, man, and she sure couldn't come to Arthur Hill. So she went to Saginaw High, and she thinks she blames a lot of stuff that happened to her because of me, man, because I went to Arthur Hill. And I remember, man, my window used to get bust. We used to have trash in the yard. So I went through some things, man. The fellas used to treat me a little dirty on the field. But, you know, and man, them was coming at me after the whistle. But it was, man, I don't know. It was just part of the game, and we was all still cool after that mother. They was just trying to get a W, you know.
Yeah. I don't think you know the ramifications. Man, I was there. I was a little bit. I think I was in the 10th, and I remember Joe Rockhead. They used to go. They go Mars sitting on the porch.
I was on that porch daily, man. That's all I did.
Yeah,
was on that
know.
porch and watch cars that go by, man. I mean, Ramon Roberts, who's also the superintendent, man, we used to sit on that porch quite frequently, man. And I don't know,
bro.
I end up going across the bridge.
Joe, I mean Jeff, you gonna have to tell him how much he kind of threw fire on that whole Arthur Hill Saginaw High. He probably don't even know.
I don't.
Oh man, he did. He did for sure. I heard a lot about it. You know, in my own way, because of course I went across the bridge to North. So
yeah, he did.
You know, you caught it. You know what I mean? When you came back home, you caught it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You created that wave though, bro.
That traitor,
like the first
one, man. But you know, it's a couple. I've been riding the bikes over there, man. It was, I don't know, it was fun riding the bike to go across the bridge, man. It was exciting just to even, you know, back in the day they had 2 a days or whatever. We get on them bikes, man, across them tracks, going through Hoyt Park, and go to practice. You know, but then we had some brothers over there that was coaching, man. Coach Martin, you know, the Martin family, you know, Eric Martin, all them folks, man. James Martin was a great influence that was over there coaching with us too. So, you know, we had a couple of brothers over there with us too, along with some, you know, very talented coaches, man. When you look back at some of the coaches that I coached and played for in 7th grade, 8th grade, Jim Jones, he played in NFL, went to college. Don Cheesewall he went to MSU, man. And so, you know, I don't know all this stuff until I got older, man. But, you know, I played for some pretty talented coaches in regards to, you know, going across the bridge. So, I mean, I can't complain about that. You know, and there was some great coaches over at Saginaw High too, man. It just didn't pan out, you know. I mean, there was a guy like Alger Smith. I don't know if you remember Alger Smith, man. He was over there with us too.
Oh, my God.
You know, Alger had a moment, man, that we were so sad that I don't know what happened, man. And, you know, it was from what I remember, you know, it was a physical situation, and then Coach Urick got into him, man, and told him to leave, and next thing you know, he was playing over there. I still today think that if we had Alger, we probably went back to back without any problems. To be honest, man, he was that sweet of a player, man.
People don't know. They don't know Alger was a beast, man. And I think I think my 10th grade year it was him and Peanut, Eric Davis, running back then.
Yeah, Peanut. He was a little bit older than us. So Peanut had a year on me too, man. I can remember when Howard scooped him up pretty good. We used to have some battles, man, against Saginaw High, man. I must say, man, we did. I mean, especially those first couple of years when I was in the 10th grade and in the 11th grade. You know, our senior year. I mean, they scored a point or something, but it wasn't as tough as those first couple of years. Like as a junior though, and as a sophomore, I mean, there was a couple of battles, man. But the senior year,
I can tell you from the other side. I can tell you from the other side, it was real. I remember, I think it was my 12th grade year, the year Tony Martin them came in. Mm-hmm. We got letters from the alumni and everything. We had to open up the letters and stuff, and it was don't let Arthur Hill.
I believe it. Hey, it was a 22-year streak there for a while there, so they was trying to break that thing, man. You know,
man, bro.
I think the closest one when I was in, you know, when Mac. I don't know if you guys remember Mac Brown, who was also my cousin, man. Rest in peace. But that year when they had Peanut, Mac Brown, we only won like 13-6 at the high. So, so there was Was that with Jamie Lay and Daniel West and them? Nope, that was the year before. Jamie West was the year before when I was a 10th grader, and they played over at our place. Daniel West, and I think they blamed us for wetting down the field, so it'd be all slippy, so they couldn't run fast. Hey, maybe they did. I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all pulled a Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Had the grass growing all up the side, and then hit on the ball. So Daniel West and T-Mac them couldn't get their feet together, man. I don't know.
Wet it down and let the grass grow a couple of inches longer.
That'll slow some of us down for sure, man. You know what I mean? And it did. I don't know. That was a special game too, because I was a 10th grader, man. I only got a couple snaps in that game, but it was pretty fun. That was a lot of talented people in that game. Brian Pruitt and Angelo Brown, and so I mean, they had some really good games, man. My 3 years of playing high school sports against Saginaw High, and I tell you, me living across the street, it was a problem.
We heard about it almost every day.
Man, my mama window got broke one time, and they blamed it on the lawnmower machine. She said the lawnmower shot a rock across the window and bust the window out. I was like, okay.
All the way across the street.
Yeah.
I don't think they even understand. It was on like some gang banging type. Be like, they're gonna car full of Arthur Hill cats right there. Look like they're going over Marv House. Like
we did. We played video games. We played Tecmo Bowl tournaments, man. They all came through, man. It was, I don't know. I didn't never think about it, man. I mean, I really didn't, to be honest, until afterwards. You know, but it is crazy to live across the street from that high school and go across the bridge for 3 years, man. But when it went over from football to basketball, you know, I remember falling into the crowd. I remember falling into the crowd during the hoop season. The mugs give me a couple rib shots. Y'all think I'm kidding, man. We out there. I mean, I done fell in the crowd because I done blocked somebody's shot, but I took 2 of the shots in my ribs, man, and they pushed me back on the court. This is what I remember. Anyway. Yep, they were just helping, but they helped me with a couple of rib shots. But you know, I did back down. So I mean, that was part of me and part of the competition for me, man. So I loved all of it, but you know, it was just part of the game.
Yeah,
part of the game.
Yeah. Man, hey, that's some dope. Like I said, that's history. That's history because people, even with like Saginaw High and Arthur Hill, what's going on nowadays, right now in Saginaw and the sports,
Saginaw
they don't
United.
understand.
Yeah, you know, that stuff, and they try to put it together, man. I mean, I think it's great, to be honest, man, since the numbers are so bad, but you know, I can't imagine putting the basketball teams together. You know, that'd be a crazy 20. Like that'd be like 4 starting 5s to play. You know, but I see they didn't do the basketball as much as they did just football, right?
I think it's coming, ain't it, Joe?
They might do basketball too.
I think it's coming. Yeah, they've already done football, and I think they did baseball.
Okay,
I think wrestling is still separate,
and basketball is still separate because they just played against each other recently, right?
Yeah.
You know, I can imagine them putting 2. You know, that's a mad 20 right there. I mean, like I said, man, I think like you would have like 4 starting 5s if you put the teams together. You know, you at least keep 20. You know,
hey, I tell you like this: if it's anything like back in the days, it's gonna BV, Bridgeport, Carlton, and all them schools for the benefit.
Yeah, no, well, BV gone, but
I think not BV.
My bad. Say,
but they finna benefit because it's only so many roster spots. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, man. And I like Bridgeport right now, man. I mean, I've been home, man. I've been going to Bridgeport shopping and everything. I'm like, look at Bridgeport out here trying to do their thing. You know, I mean, hooping. I've been seeing them out here. They came out to Lansing. And got a dub against Everett, I think, out here when they was like 20-1. You know, so I've been paying attention to. You know, you got to pay attention to Bridgeport, actually.
Oh yeah. Like I say, it's different. It ain't like
it's way you got different. Coach Marshall over there, man. Coach Marshall over there. He's building a program for sure. Okay. Basketball and football.
Okay, that's what I said, man. I got a phone call. Somebody called me up and talk about coaching, you know, out there at Bridgeport.
Really?
I was flattered.
Are they trying to get you?
Yeah, I was flattered, man, but I ain't came home yet. You know, I come home and see my mama, man, for the most part, and get back here to Lansing. I coach out here, and I coach a little 8th grade team that be playing a little bit of football. And then, you know, I still got one kid left that's playing high school ball. He's a 10th grader, so I'm still in the game. I'm still involved, you know. I remember at one point, man, with my oldest son, I was whatever, man. Arthur Hill guy. That bug said he wanted to play at Arthur Hill. I used to think that was funny, man. I thought that was pretty. That was pretty nice that your kid wanted to play at the same high school you did because of things that you did. But
no doubt,
it wasn't the same though.
The name rang in Saginaw still.
Man, Arthur Hill football is different. But then my son got to play. He played at Everett High School here in Lansing, where Magic Johnson went to school at. They did get to play against Saginaw High one year, man. At Saginaw High, man. I sit there and watch my kid play against Saginaw High, and that was a pretty special feeling too.
Man, that's dope.
To watch my kid, we beat them, you know, we beat them. So the Whites are undefeated against Saginaw High, Arthur Hill, and Everett. But
man,
I ain't saying nothing.
Hey, that's dope too. You know, that whole situation. I want to shout out the viewers that's rocking with us. We got 5 on right now. Hopefully, think a couple people probably listening in too. Man, shout out, leave some comments. Let us know a topic you might want to talk about too. We got Money Making Marv in the building. Marvin Wright, you already know the name. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got Jeff and J Jack.
What's happening, man? You said that Money Marv, man, because it ain't about my pockets. I told somebody that the other day, man. One of my coworkers like, when you gonna get rid of that Money Marv thing? I was like, you don't get rid of something that's given to you. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I just started calling. Calling myself money. I mean, when you make that free throw with 0 seconds on the clock, and when you get that touchdown, I mean, sometimes you get stuff given to you, and I think I heard it, man. You know, it was money, man. You know.
Yeah, he was big time though. You was making it happen. You making it happen, like I say, a legend.
I like to say that, man. I didn't know, you know, I was one of the first ones to go to school, you know, to MSU, and then there was a nice little run of folks that went after me, man. So, you know, rest in peace, Charles and Monquez, Weslow, man. And it was a few Spartan dogs, man. You know, Sam Soar was supposed to be a Spartan, but he wanted to go to that other school. I don't know what's wrong with that, dude. He did get a national championship, but he didn't play in it. You know what I mean? That's so.
And that was something else for me too, because I had seen I ended up going to MSU, and you know what I'm saying, I seen a couple Saginaw people we was on there, and it was like I ran into you, I was like, Mark.
Yeah. If I can remember. I tell you, I had a great time, man. I'm doing a lot of the wrong things, to be honest, at MSU. I went to MSU for all the wrong reasons. You know,
I'm a Michigan fan, and I can't blame you.
I tell you, man, we went to there, man.
I can't blame.
Like I said, I get recruited. We go to Ann Arbor, man. We be going out of Ann Arbor by 6 o'clock. We go to East Lansing, we wouldn't leave till Sunday night, Monday morning. I tell you, man, that was one thing about going down there. Chill out on the jokes. I know that guy.
It was all fun.
I see.
So how did the state thing come about? How did the state thing come about? How did you get recruited?
I mean, Michigan State was just recruiting me hard, man. It started with their envelopes. I mean, they used to send us these little pamphlets, man. It was in the green marker that matched the green helmet that was on the cover of it, and it was all handwritten. I mean, that stuff got to me, man. I don't know what you say. I mean, like Notre Dame used to send their helmet, and it was gold helmet on that mug, and I was ready to go to Notre Dame all day long, but then they got like a cat named Ron Powers and thought he was gonna be like the next Joe Montana, and he didn't pan out, so I stopped getting recruited by them. And like MSU was just, I'd be out there playing football, I'd be out there playing basketball, I'd be out there playing baseball. Next thing you know, there'd be a coach from MSU sitting out there on the crowd, man, on the fence, And then next thing you know, George Perlis came to my house, rest in peace, GP, and sat on my couch, ate my mama cookies, and and then what really happened was there was a cat named Mill Coleman. He played for Farmington Hill. Mill the Thrill Coleman. We were still in 9th grade, man. He came to Arthur Hill. Farmington Hill played against Shante Peoples and all them. Mill the Thrill came to our school and put a whooping on us by himself. And he had a towel that said Mill the Thrill on it. I can remember him having like a 98-yard bootleg all by himself. Like everybody thought the running back had the ball. This dude was running up and down the sideline with his football by himself because he had his hands were so big you couldn't even see the dang ball. But he ended up being my what you call a host. And it was kind of a wrap, man. After that, man, it just felt right. And some of my best friends was going to school there. Juan Hernandez, Dan Burnell. Shout out Juan. Exactly. Dan Burnell was going to school there. So there was a lot of people going to Michigan State. There was a few people that was already there. So it just seemed
you started a pipeline in there.
It seemed like the right thing to do.
I tell you like that. You did start a pipeline in there too, because I don't recall it like that at that time.
Me neither.
But when you went. I remember when I went to Michigan State, it was like 10 of us in my class that went to Michigan State. You know what I'm saying?
Much played and showed out, man. So
Charles Rogers, it was a pipeline.
After that, for sure, it was a whole pipeline.
And it wasn't Arthur Hill. But say Clifton Ryan.
It was the whole city.
Exactly. And I didn't even, and that's another thing, man. That's why I try to do the best I could do. You never know who's watching you, man. Just finding out about, I didn't know Clifton Ryan, but to hear that, I was like his guy, you know what I mean? He was out there talking about me the other day, man, had me feeling all mushy inside. I'm like, man, you never know, you never know who's watching you, man. So I'm glad I was able to, lead by example and show the way for some other cats, man. So I really appreciate Clifton, man, for some of the words he said about me, man. So, that's just, I mean, especially when it's your peers, man, it's your homies, man, when they say, and I think he's a great guy as well, too, man. And he crazy out there on that Facebook, though. He different. I be looking at that man post, boy, but he be so real with it, though. So I ain't even mad at him, man. He called us garbage one day. They MSU team. Like, I'm out here on this podcast. I'm not gonna tell you that about my team. He was like, we garbage. He said we was gonna lose. He said we was gonna lose to Michigan. I'm like, man, fuck that. I mean, get that dog, man. I'm not gonna say that at all.
We good here. Ain't no PG here. You go.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I would have followed you to North and away though, because I went to Art Eddie. It was, man. It was like I go here right when everything finna go down. What the hell?
They knew it was going down too, man. And North was booming, man. We had North was North, man. They had talent shows, man. I remember just having a really good time at North, man, to be honest. We had a lot of African American teachers, so it wasn't like it was a big white thing over there. I didn't feel that way at all. It was
definitely changing.
It was definitely changing, man. We had all kinds of teachers in there, man. Miss Sam Miguel.
And when Eddie closed, it brought in a whole
bunch more does. It brought in some more culture.
Yeah. That's when Algie them came.
That's when Algie them came.
He came from Jets,
yeah. I'm so mad that man. To real talk, Algie got thrown out of that team meeting for not having his physical. Oh, okay. And this is some crazy shit, man. But I didn't have mine neither. Mm-hmm. But I signed that bitch. I did. I signed. Doctors don't sign shit. I was like, he good, and I signed my name right across there. I signed the doctor's name on it and turned it in, man. If I would have got hurt that year, somebody probably would have got sued.
Oh man, you heard it. You heard it on Thawed. You can't do nothing now.
Can't do nothing now, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. When I saw what happened to Algie, I signed that bitch on my own. And I hate that, man, because Algie should have been on our team, man. He should have been on our team all day long. And I wish I would have just told him to sign that mug. I wish I made sure we even would have stepped up or something and said, Coach, no, you gotta let this,
I mean, can't nothing you can really do then, Yeah.
Like I said, what I did was sign that damn form.
Here you go, Coach.
That's a true story, man. You could ask Howard, man. I think I might have signed his too. We just didn't have the resources, man. You know what I mean? And maybe we could have got it done if we would have, talked to these people ahead of time. But that's what we weren't thinking of like that either, though. So
man, that's dope too. Shout out Algie, man.
No doubt, man. All day long.
Yeah,
for real.
Son doing big things. Both
all over the TV. Ralph Transplant and his son's hooping, right? Where's the real at?
Yeah. Got one hooping.
Yeah.
So
I be trying to pay attention. I try to pay attention as much as possible, man. I love seeing folks come up out of Saginaw, man. That's because it's gotten different. It's a lot different, man. I tell people all the time, man, my first 18 years in Saginaw was beautiful. Like I don't, I remember some stuff going down, some people getting killed, you know what I mean, and things like that, man.
Yeah, but it's always good,
man. But Saginaw, we had plants and people was living and working, and it ain't nothing like it is now, man. It ain't. It's like all flat now. My mama owned the house. My mama owned the land next door to us that used to be a home. The Beechams lived on, and she paid like $150 for it. You know what I mean? So now people got like acres. They fencing off like 4 lots and having like parties. I saw my man like, you done bought 4 lots and now he got a fence around it, man. He got his whole. He right up the street. I mean, the cafes, man. So he got like at least 4 lots, man. He fits that whole thing in, but so like I said, I really enjoy Saginaw, man. So I hate to see some of the things that's happening now, man. But
that's one thing I've noticed, like from the South in Saginaw, like they tearing stuff down to build. South got so much land still that ain't been built on, like trees everywhere. Still, they build and they ain't tearing down nothing.
We ain't building nothing.
Yeah.
They trying to build a new high school, but I think they're gonna have some problems with that too. I wonder.
And I'm hoping it don't have the effect that when Arthur Eddie closed and everybody had to go all over the place.
Yeah.
It was a fight. It was something every day.
Man, they trying to keep the name Saginaw. Most schools or cities have a school that's named after them, so they trying to keep that name in there. I see that's that's a big thing that's going on right now. So I'm just watching Mr. Roberts. It's crazy to see Mr. Roberts, a guy that you grew up with, that's running the school. Some people love him, some people hate him for what it sounds like, man. But I think he's trying to do something. Period. So I appreciate that all day long, man. I know what kind of heart he has. So.
So that ain't an easy job either.
It can't be, man.
You can't please everybody, but
no, you ain't gonna please everybody, man.
Don't do wrong.
For sure, man.
But yeah, they gotta keep that Saginaw name, because I always say that sports, music, entertainment, all that go together. And one thing people don't understand is when Saginaw High or Saginaw Arthur Hill was going all over to Detroit and Flint and outside of Michigan or whatever, and they taking that Saginaw name with them, man. And they spreading that, that brand.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't just take away that Saginaw out of there, because when they go to other cities and states, man, you don't want them asking where they from.
And hey, listen, and even if they take it away, sometimes where they steal from. I was at a tournament in Grand Rapids, and Saginaw wasn't on their shirts, but I looked at them, I said, "Y'all from Saginaw, ain't you?" They was like, "Hell yeah." I hadn't heard of this team yet. I can't remember the name of the team, but they was white and blue. Coach McCaff was, I think, one of the coaches was coaching it too, man. The guy that used to coach at Arthur Hill, the head coach there. I don't know what his team name is, AAU team, but
you're talking about McMahon?
Yeah, but it didn't say Saginaw. So, but I said, y'all look like y'all from Saginaw. You can tell the way they play, you can tell the way they walk, the way we talk, you can tell the program. Exactly. Yeah. So I didn't know that the program was from Saginaw. But the way they was walking, the way they was talking, the way they was hooping, I said, y'all from Saginaw. So I said this to somebody in the crowd, said, y'all from Saginaw? She was like, yup. So like I said,
that's Coach McMath and Greg Lawson now.
Yep. So I was out there in Grand Rapids, like that's the Saginaw squad right there all day long. So
shout out
if they do take the name, we still gonna play the same. It's a certain way, man. Just like the guys that we got in the league, it's a certain way. I can even tell you, like Day when Day was having those problems with LeBron James, like when he put his balls on Day and said if he did not get up, he wasn't gonna be able to come back to Saginaw. When he walked over with LeBron, walked over Day, I was like, listen, he did what he was supposed to do because he's from the nasty. That's just certain things you cannot let people get away with this, man. And I was like, that's Saginaw right there, man. I just try to tell folks, man, we just built different. You know what I mean?
Just built different.
Even if you go across the bridge or from Saginaw High, there's a certain way that we learn how to play, and certain things we take and we don't take. And we know how to talk with the best of them.
Trash talk. Yeah. Shout out Mary too. Shout out Tutu, because she gonna let you know. That's family right there.
But we get it honestly, and we get it early on. Like that's the thing that I hate change now. Like I know y'all remember back in the day, elementary basketball was like,
man,
huge.
It was so many schools, so much competition.
I got in trouble for being at North from like 7 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night on a Saturday. I came home and the police was on my mama's porch, man. That was the first time I had police. That was the first time and the only time I had police contact in Saginaw. Coming home from being at the gym all day, Salina, the neighborhood house, the Civic 10, Long Street.
Oh yeah, there was so much to do. You ain't want to go home.
Man, I got trophies. I got a whole bunch of trophies, man. We had a lot of battles with a lot of people, man. So like I said, I can't complain about my childhood, even my teenage years growing up in Saginaw, man. I loved it all. I really did.
It's so different. Like I say, back then, you ain't have all the games they got now, but you wasn't gonna be at the house too much. You had something to do.
No.
Even I was right across the street from Holden. I can look outside and be like 100 people out there. Oh, let's go.
Oh my goodness, straight at Holden, no doubt. I've been playing football at Holden. Like tackle football
with the
Cooks. Yes, with the Cooks, Derek Cook, them rest in peace, man. It's just a bunch of older cats that I was out there playing with in like third grade. I can remember playing with like grown ass men in like fourth grade. trying to tackle these bugs, man, getting clotheslined, but
they wasn't taking no mercy.
Listen, we was doing all that until 7th grade, and then they gave us pads in 7th grade. I was like, dude, we've been doing this without pads. so we was like, that's why I think we were so good, man. To be honest, man, we formed up with the Saginaw, with the South team that was pretty decent with some good athletes, and then Arthur Eddy had some guys that come over, but we played tackle football until 7th grade with no pads.
No pads.
And then you gave me a helmet and some shoulder pads, so it was on and popping.
Hey, and tell him
he was like a missile.
Exactly.
Hey, and tell him, and then you changed the end zone from concrete to grass.
We just loving it, man. That's what I remember, man. Killed a man. I mean, I don't know if y'all remember that, man. That's what we call it over at Jesse Loomis. I used to be king of the hill. Just all the stuff that the kids are doing now, man. I
had created freak. I hate to say I created because they ain't gonna say he did, but it was called Freak Night, and at Houghton, and it was like Kill a Man, but it just everybody you gotta hold him until everybody come and join in. If you don't join in, dudes was throwing the ball. They like,
I was trying to catch that bug. I don't know. You can ask anybody, boy. I was trying to get that bug. I wanted to run through everybody. You know what I mean? That's why I told you I be forgetting things right now, man. Because I had a lot of head banging, man. I tell you, man. But that's what I remember, man. And like I said, they gave us pads and it was on. That's why that's like just hitting people. You know? So we did.
Yeah, I remember so much stuff. I still got
still got scars, man.
I got my homeboy.
It didn't go home. He didn't go home.
My homeboy, rest in peace, Duke Wallace, man. Duke, man, my baby. I still got the scar right there, slamming on concrete. I had just got the touchdown, but he ain't let me finish it off.
Nah.
2-hand touching the streets, tackling the grass, man.
Yeah, you ain't on the concrete yet.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely, man. I can remember getting stepped on by a grown man, trying to hit a roll on. You know, sometimes you didn't want to tackle him. You just try to hit them legs, roll on them. I can remember this man just used my body and just stepped on me and just kept going, man. So, I felt that, but that was just part of playing football out there.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Hey, and I know you remember Mark because the way when we had the Houghton pool right there too.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't out of bounds. You get hit on there, you gotta keep running.
and that water hurt too. The thing about the both days jumping off that 12-foot diving board into that water, and you hit it wrong. I ain't never been hit like that either before. To be honest, I think I probably hit the hardest.
Big Tyrone, shout out, man. Rest in peace.
Big
man, it was some good times, man. It was good times.
Like I said, man, it was
the water had about 5 times as much chlorine as it was supposed to have.
That's because you was laying on the. That's because you was laying on the concrete peeing. Don't walk in there with your clothes on because your ass going home without them. I tell you that much, man. I walked in that place many times, so it was just straight towels after a
certain then after you get done swimming, they want to give you some popcorn.
I'm telling you, man, Marshawn swimming pool, man. So y'all taking me back, man.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that remember this stuff, man. That's why I be wondering sometimes. This stuff did happen, didn't it? You know what I mean? And it was just a good time, beautiful time.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Like I say, I remember a lot of that. Like I say, I remember a lot of it. I remember, like I say, I remember when y'all took me to the North Field, and I was sitting there watching them like an army, like. and my mama said, "You got to go to Arthur Eddy." I say, "All right, let's go.
Let's do it."
But I'm studying, looking like, we ain't got to play them, do we?
Man, like I said, and we was pretty tough. So great. I don't think we got scored on maybe 2-3 times, man. We was 9-0 as freshmen, and got scored on 3 times, man. And I remember sitting at the coach's house. I mean, that's the thing, man. These coaches talked to us back in the day before, they couldn't do now. The stuff that Coach Jurek and them did back in the day would be illegal today. But I remember sitting in this house with some pool, and in 9th grade, and they feeding us, and I told that man that we was gonna win the state championship. You can ask anybody that was in the house with us that day. And man, I'm telling you, 2 years later, we sure did, man. And obviously we went back that's my senior year, but I would have rather won my senior year than our junior year. I tell you that much, for sure. But I thought we'd be a good team, man, with the way we combined. Like I said, some of the guys that came over from Arthur Eddy, and then the guys that came over from South, because South was playing hard. We had DeJuan Sparky Live. You know what I mean?
Shout out,
Sparky, man. He was incredible out there playing fullback. came in, did his thing. So we just
he got me on
like...
one move. I remember he got me on a good one though. I still remember that too. I hit the pile.
Hey, trust me, he do too. He do too.
That's my wife's cousin.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
I hit the spot, came in and was like, boom. What? Wait a minute. And when I got to it, Coach Direct gave it to me. Contain.
You know, but you play with Durrani?
Oh yeah, Durrani Pitts.
Yeah, Durrani was your age?
Well, they came in the 10th grade when I was in the 12th. You know what I'm saying? That's when the influx of Saginaw High was coming back. Because when we was going from Central up to the high, Coach Jennick was there, and we like, okay, Jennick, Jamie, they just had their thing. We like, okay, we finna go to the high. Let's go. So we coming from Central the next year. When we go to the high, he had left. And we like, we see a new guy. We like, who is this? See? And they like, this Coach Direct. But after a while, Coach Direct paved that. He did his thing.
He did. But I wasn't ready for that. See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know about LA. I knew about Coach Direct.
And I wasn't ready too, because what I'm saying. I'm going to Eddie. I was one of the fastest guys when I was in elementary. Played quarterback. I'm thinking I'm finna, do everything. They start putting me on a line and stuff. I'm 160.
See, playing out of position. I thought they only ran a couple plays. I thought they ran toss right, toss left, and they ran the fade route. And I was like, man, I want to do more, man. And we ran that option since 7th grade. So man, I was like my baby. So it was just natural fit for me and Coach, man. And they played with what they had, man. And like I said, the guys we had followed. We had the guy that was our dogs, and we had our role players, and then we had the rest of them cats, man. And that's why I think we was a good team. Everybody knew they role. You know what I mean? And then you didn't have a guy at the top trying to act like he was sweeter than nobody else, I think, as well, too, man. So it was a good little run, man. I think we should have been, my 10th grade year when they had Brian Pruitt, Eric Harrison, and all those cats, man, they should have made the playoffs too. They went 7-2. Just like we did. And we went 7-2 to follow you and won a championship, man. But them dudes somehow how the point system was all jacked up and they didn't they missed the playoffs, man. But that team was sweet. I mean, Brian Pruitt ended up being like one of the best rushers all time in college, man. And went to Central Michigan, man, and they didn't make the playoffs at 7-2. And I was playing, I got to play a little bit of quarterback with him and Angelo. I mean, like I said, they had a nice little talent, man. And Will Rogers. I mean, I don't know about Will, his son out here doing his thing right now out there in Grand Blanc, I think, or Davidson. I think he's one of the best players in the country right now. So they had a solid ass squad, man, and they didn't make the playoffs.
That was back when they let people getting away with points and judging.
Yes, exactly, man. And we barely got in the next year either, man. So like I said, I know we kind of jumping all over the place, man.
They was disrespecting.
So I think we could have made a run 3 years in a row, to be honest. To be back in the state championship. But it is what it is. We got one. We did get one.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, like I say, you got titles in what? You probably got titles from back in elementary to middle school to high school.
Couple. We got shirts. They say freshman champs. You know what I'm saying? We got the score. We got the score on the front. They say Vikings. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know why.
I don't think a lot of people knew. I don't think a lot of people really knew about those North-South battles.
I know.
Really.
Yeah,
that was huge, man.
We started them at the quad too. Sometimes we'd be at the movie theater. That's where it started. Man. We talking smack to each other at the movie theater, like, y'all about to get y'all last beat. We was like, man, come on, dog. And then Howard ran for like 250 on their ass. They couldn't touch Howard, man.
Back then it was almost like banging. I remember playing baseball and they'd come to us and be like, hey, we're going to stay in the dugout right now, let the fans clear out because, such and such just said some, or he spit on somebody's hand, or, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, bro, let's go, coach.
That's crazy.
But it was always battles.
Yep, it was, man. I couldn't believe we was battling baseball either. I mean, Central had a baseball team, man. We had a baseball team. Exactly, man. We was actually playing baseball in middle school, man. So I just think it was a different time, too, with the 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, unlike it is now and over here in Lansing. Right now, it's like, 7th through 12th in one school. Yeah, they're all in the same building. But and then some schools are 6th, 7th, and 8th. and ninth graders are with the varsity. Like, it was nice being a freshman and being the top of your school. You know what I mean? I had a 9-day prime. You know, so I like the way that away. Yeah, I like the way that was a little bit better than it is now, man. But you know, things change, man. You know, but it was a good time though, man. I ain't gonna even lie.
I can remember at Saginaw High, like I said, when I went to the high, we didn't even have a JV team my 10th grade year. They were so bad. Huh?
In football?
Yeah, we didn't have a JV team. When they start bringing the 9th graders up, that's when it started changing. Like, okay, that's when you had the Ronnie and Tony Martin. They came right from the 10th right to the varsity, and then you had our freshmen, the JV. They started building, they started getting an influx of people. You know, before that, some guy named Marv was taking them all over,
all across the bridge. Come on over here. Come on over here. Hey, man, I almost went to New Vale, to be honest, man. I can remember jogging down Tennessee, and the guy approached me like, and he was a coach from New Vale. I mean, yeah, man. I was like, wow, this is big going down, man. I didn't know nothing, man. I tell you, I was playing football, and I knew I could play football a little bit. I remember getting into the 10th grade, and coach sitting down. My grades was getting bad. Coach said, "Listen, man, you can do this on the next level." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" You know, I don't even think I don't know if I was watching college sports that deep or not, man. But he told me I could play football at the next level, and then that's all it took for me to buckle down and stop getting D's and pass that math class. I didn't get a D until I got to high school, man. I was pretty solid in grades, man. At North, man, 7th, 8th, 9th, I was in National Honor Society and everything. But when I got to 10th grade, you know, I was smelling myself, I guess, a little bit, playing on the varsity, had a senior girlfriend, you know, but then my grades dropped a little bit. But he was like, "Man, you need to get your stuff together." Coach Jurek said that, man, and I was able to, you know, make my way. And I think that's what happened with my cuz too, man. His grades was off a little bit, but I was beast, man. I wish I knew like to do. If I could do it all over again, man, I would have brought Howard with me. Like man, wherever I'm going, man, my cousin coming with me. You know what I mean? Like we are a good tandem, and I could throw that ball back there, and my cousin's back there, dog. Like, if I was running that option, I'd be 5 yards up the field. My cousin, I pitch it. I know he's gonna be out there trailing me, man. So
he was magic, bro. People don't even understand as far as Saginaw, man. We used to play when Howard stayed down the street from West Stowe. I forgot what street it was.
Yeah, this on 6th Street. 6th, I think, right there. Yeah, 6th Street.
6th Street. We used to play
right
in that
big
old
Freeze Cup lady. Right there by the Freeze Cup lady, Freeze Cup house.
We play football and then we take a break. Everybody go get a Freeze Cup.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
man. Now
let's
start the game back up.
That big field was by Joe Salazar house, man. Little Mexican cat, man, that used to live up the street from us, man. So they had a lot of fields, man. Just make sure.
We had a lot of fields.
Make sure they had no glass in it, like Nikki said. The pool had all the glass in it. I see his comment. You might get your foot cut out there, man.
You had to navigate. You might stop it for a second, be like, "Oh, bro, I just fell on some glass. Oh, let's get it out the way. Oh, let's go back. Let's play again.
Let's get it.
We ain't searching the whole field. We just gonna get that out the way."
But
it was rough and tough, bro.
I
suffered broken fingers, ribs, my hand, man.
I got many stitches. In my eyeballs.
By the 6th, 7th grade, you was already having so many injuries. It was like, dog.
Yeah.
Now you get, like you said, now you give me pads, I can feel a little more comfortable.
Exactly. I grew up the street from my neighbors was Anthony Felton. They called him Train, and Ricky Beecham.
Yeah,
they both, you know, they were really talented basketball players. And I used to just jump in the car with these mugs and go to the vet or go to Arthur Francis. You know, go out to
Arthur Francis, man.
Man, Arthur Francis, man. I caught many of elbows in the face, man, bleeding, but I never stopped though. You could ask either one of them, man. They'd be like, they always brought me with it. They knew I was coming with it, man. I was trying to dunk on mugs in 8th grade, but up there at the park, and you know, I wasn't backing down from nobody, man. I never did.
Arthur Francis, man.
But see, that's the thing they didn't
Big Reds Townsend used to be up there.
Hey, right around the corner from me.
Yeah.
Hey, Marv, that's the thing they don't understand, because I so remember a lot of cats that I played against. Like, we come out of school, elementary, when we got our jerseys on, we on the team, and it's like the street cats. My dog's out there. I don't know. He like, "Oh, y'all play football, huh? Come on, we finna go play on the field." He's like, "All right, let's go." You don't know he trying to break them.
Exactly. I'm telling you, man. I remember. I don't know, man. It was all love, though, too, at the end of the day, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they helped you.
You gained some respect out there, man, you know?
There you go.
Like I said, I did, man. I And I never, I didn't like to do my horn, man. I just like to play, man, and have fun, man. And we had, and that's all I remember.
Yeah.
Y'all remember more stuff than I do. You know what I mean? I mean, they used to say stuff about that. I just was out there playing, man, and just trying to make it.
Cause I wasn't that big like you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. My name
I was a big dude.
like yours.
I was a big dude on the field, though, man. I was a linebacker playing quarterback. That's what I like to think of.
Yeah. Y'all, and plus y'all have been winning, and when you winning, and you the man on there, and the whole city watching. So I know when you went to Michigan State, the whole city was watching too. You know what I mean? So when I ran into you, I'm like, oh, there go Mar.
I was probably wasted. I was probably wasted. I struggled there the first couple of years, man, trying to find my way to get in the field, because everybody is sweet when you come to. Everybody's sweet when you go to school, right? You the man and shit when you in high school, but when you go to a college, shit, everybody's sweet. You know what I mean? So now you ain't playing. Yeah. Now you ain't playing, and now you got all these females, you got drugs, you got alcohol all right in front of you, man. So I struggled there for that first couple of years, man, until Nick Saban came in there. To be honest, Nick Saban, he switched it up, man. George Perlis was old school shit. He was drunker than the players. You know what I mean? Shit, they come in on Fridays. For the games, they come in to do a room check. They blew out. I'm like, he can't even tell if I'm in the bed sleeping. You know what I mean?
Man, bro, I used to think about that too, because I was always with the football players a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was running track too. Mm-hmm. And I brought the football players to Saginaw one day. It was one time somebody from Saginaw was with us, and he was leaving for the Army. And I swear we got into a fight with him. It was a gang. They went to crack it, and they all 6'6", 6'7". And they was knocking cats out. I'm like, and you couldn't even get in there because they just so big, and they was. They like, come on, let's go. We hitting the highway. I'm like, man, how y'all gonna cover this?
And just tear it up. And tear it out.
Get out.
They did. They did it here last year. And
that's
we
how
just
they
have this
was.
conversation, man. You went from East Lansing to Lansing.
People don't even understand that. Like, you go in the movie theaters, and if you in the way of a Michigan State football player, he like, move, bro. And you like, man, I ain't moving nothing. He like, what?
He gonna move you.
And then my 5 more stand up. Like,
yeah, man. I played with a few cats that was just that way, man. Will knock you out real quick, man. In Cincinnati, from the Florida, the mud from the bottom was a little different, Pompano Beach. They talked to me, man. They tipping was different, man. But it was, like I said, it was a good time, man. But we had to slow it down, and we started playing football, man. To be honest, when Nick Saban came up in that mud, he really switched it up, man. Nick Saban, obviously, you can tell he did because he's doing what he's doing now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He started off something good though. Like I say,
I think they had wanted to go to the way that your talents fit, but it was too early. Yeah. And then by the time they got with Drew Stanton and all them, they kind of figured out how they wanted to really do.
Man, I wanted to play too. So listen, I'm sitting there on the bench, not in my little red jersey as a quarterback, not getting any reps. And then somebody went in there like a bitch at fullback. He was like, "Give me somebody that's gonna hit somebody." True story.
Did you try to safety?
No, I read it. My first position was running back, so I went from quarterback to fullback to tight end to linebacker to safety. But I tell you, they said, I need somebody that's gonna hit somebody. I was like, should I hit somebody, coach? I went in there, man. First play as a fullback, went in there just with nose to nose with somebody. On my way back, they take it off my red jersey. I never wore a red jersey. I never was a quarterback.
Ain't quarterback no
quarterback again, dog. I never played quarterback ever again, man. I went in there and drilled somebody. So, but I was just trying to get on the field at that point, man. I didn't even care about playing quarterback. I'm like, I'm out here playing special teams, but I just wanted to get on the field. So I knew I could still hit somebody. I was playing safety anyway. I was hitting people when I was playing quarterback. Like I said, when you run option, you know what I mean? You either go take it or you deliver it. No, man. And then, so I always had to be ready because played against the high. I pitched that bitch, they still hit me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I done pitched the ball like 5 seconds ago.
It don't matter.
So I'm pitching it. I'm getting ready to take on another hit, man. So that was a high. And then,
I ain't gonna lie. When we played, we geared up for you. Like, man, a lot of times it was like I only knew Marvin played. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, Marvin, he right across the street. We gotta hit him. We gotta put our hands on him. Can't just let him.
Man, I was talking shit. I can remember telling people we gonna come right here. I remember pointing like we gonna run this track right here with Sparky. Stop it. And I think that just added fuel to the fire. You know what I mean? And then they get a 15-yarder, and then we run the same play again. Well, I remember somebody picked me off though for like 88 yards though for an interception for a touchdown. I can't remember what his name is either, man. But he told me about it last time I saw him. Or somehow we spoke. He was like, "Yeah, I picked your shit off though."
And they ain't gonna forget.
I'm telling you, man.
They ain't gonna forget, man. It was great.
No, we did not forget, man. I forgot about it. I can tell you that much. All I remember was 47-7.
He don't even remember the first score. He don't remember that. I ain't trying to.
No.
Shout out to Marco, man. He say them pictures to Howard though, gone. Yeah, we was talking about Howard, you know.
Seriously, man. I'm telling you, man. I would get tackled by like 5 people, and I would just kick it out there, man. The cuz would be out there to scoop it up, man. So, and then we used to go home and talk about it. That's another thing. Cuz stayed with me, man. So we come back, you know. We played against Grand Ledge one time, and I threw a touchdown pass to him with like 15 seconds ago. We won that thing to go to the semifinals. Now we back at the crib in my mama's basement. It's like, man, did that shit just happen? You know what I'm saying? So it was even better that, you know, we was like roommates, man.
That was connected.
Cousins, and that's what I'm saying, man. We could have did it differently, man. I would have loved to take that mug along with me, or we could have went to a school together like Central. Because I almost went to Central Michigan, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I had a good time. I went to a Q party. Yeah, I went to a Q party with my man named Tim Thomas. Do you remember this cat, Tim Thomas from
Tim Thomas?
Yeah. So Tim Thomas was out there. Daniel West, Terry Mack. And then they had Brian Pruitt in the backfield.
Oh, yeah, they was banging at the time.
They was going to have me to be the quarterback. So I was like, this shit sounds good. We got Saginaw on the receivers. We got Saginaw quarterback. Deep. We got a Saginaw running back. So I was like, this sounds real good, man. But I ended up going to state.
Yeah. And that's why I say the dynamic of, even if whatever happened, you know what I'm saying, the dynamic was that most Saginaw, Michigan players was going to Central or Western or Eastern. We didn't have many people going to Michigan and Michigan State at that time. And I think when you went, I think only ones we used to hear about was like I said before, Terry McDaniel going to Tennessee. You know
Shante Peoples
went
to Michigan. Shante didn't even speak to me. I was mad as hell about that. I told somebody that story the other day, man. When I was a freshman and we played against Michigan and we beat that ass 17-7. Yeah, then they didn't even speak to me, man. Not one word. I'm like, shit, man, we went to the same school. Like he walked out, man, not one word, man. Like we went to the same school, bro. I guess it was too soon, man. I don't know.
Yeah, you had to give him a moment.
He had to get a moment, man. You know, I remember Sam Ford though, man. Sam, at least I watched the game the other day, man. To be honest, Sam, I got like a punt return or a kickoff return, and I get up, Sam pushing me and talking shit to me, man. I'm like, damn, Sam, I forgot all about that, man. But I tell you, man, you figured all about your blood, man. When you in that blue and gold and that green and white, man. I said, green and white, you know. I mean, I can't stand them bitches, man. So I don't even know. Even like the game today, man. I'm looking at the game like we beating that ass, and they still talking shit. Like
they still don't talk.
Room. Like,
Jeff know it. He ready. He would talk some shit right now. I think he's being humble.
They did get humble today. Jawan was smiling too. Jawan was just like, just get back.
I wanted to talk more about the basketball win today, man, but we're gonna let you live today, Jeff.
You know, it was.
It'll be another day.
Yes, I think March 1st, man. My birthday, March 1st. They talking about replaying that game for y'all because y'all wouldn't need it. We don't need to play again, you know. So
I don't think they want it either.
It's not going to benefit us to play y'all again. No. The only benefit is so that
I don't think they want to play us either because it's going to hurt the NCAA chances.
Yeah, they don't need another one. You know what I mean? They had a nice run though.
Yeah, that's nice,
yeah. This off year for us, you know. I mean, you know,
I think most of y'all kind of shocked though, because y'all thought Juwan Howard was that deal and was finna take it over and just woo.
He did with Beeline's coaches.
There you go with Beeline, with his players.
Well, most of who he won with, Beeline never touched. He never had Wagner. But he never had the guys that we won with. He didn't coach, so
he did.
They went to the league. Beeline got all them players though. He grabbed them, Wagner and all. that pipeline. Now he get them 5 stars. What they ain't doing nothing.
Well, you know, it's just one of them years, man. You can't win them all. It's cool. I mean,
man, the worst part is I actually like Juwan Howard, man.
I like him too.
Out of all the Fab Five cats, man, I really like Juwan. I like Jalen, and so I was hoping he can do good, but just not against us. You know, so that's pretty much how it look. You know, and now you got his boys coming in there next year. I think his own children. You know, we see what they're gonna do, and they still might make it around here at the end, man, because they still got some talent over there.
Yeah, they still got time.
You know,
you put it together.
Got a few games left.
Point guard. They need a point guard bad to take over.
Yeah, they
can
use
his adjustment that he got to make. You know, when Beeline came in, if y'all remember, Beeline came in running 1-3-1, and you know what I mean, doing all kind of weird shit. He had to adjust. So. You know, Juwan got to adjust. I think he came in thinking I can get some big men, but he don't realize college basketball is a garden, and that's his.
Oh yeah, you gotta have.
They look good for a half today, though. Then they went into halftime and started smelling their balls. And then they went into halftime and started smelling themselves. I'm like, yeah, what happened?
That's been a theme all year, though. That's been a theme all year. We'll come out gangbusters first half, and then second half fall off. Like
14 was looking Devontae, what his name? Diabate. He tough, man. You can see we were struggling with him today and Dickinson, but Houston didn't make no shots till late. That's another guy, man. And then you got Brandon Johns though. I'd be mad at him because he went to East from Lance and then he went to Ann Arbor. I'm like, I'm glad you sucking.
Just like that football.
He should have, but now I'm glad he did go to state. Shit.
I think he would have been better. I think he would have developed though.
Because he ain't doing. I don't know.
He ain't developed. He started.
I don't know who listens. I like you, man, but I be hating them that be living in this area and go across the way. Even the football player, man.
Just like the wide receiver.
Yeah, Andrell
Anthony.
The best situation could have happened for him with this Michigan State. He'll go off for 2 touchdowns, 250 yards. In an L. Because I actually like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I actually like you.
Did good
I
and
like
lost.
you. You did great, and you took that L.
Yeah, exactly. DeMarco going nuts on there. I see you, DeMarco. You tripping. I see by the time y'all was about to put Izzo ass on SSI. Stop that shit, man. Stop that. I know you.
Izzo was going hard today, too. Him and that ref was face to face, man. But he's going to be out of there soon. I don't know who is going to replace him, though. You know, it could be Monty, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
DeMarco said Beeline has 7 foot, 165 pound shooting guards and shit.
Yes.
Had to adjust, man. Had to adjust.
And they were shooting that thing, and they had a little swag on them too, man. So
Beeline, he would live by the 3, die by the 3.
Yep. And it worked for him for a couple of years. He said Johns is trash. I didn't say it, but
he talking about
yeah, I didn't say it. But
I feel it though.
I did see him up at one of the shops over here for the summertime. I was like, what he doing at the shop? One of them new shops too.
Yeah.
That's why he got a little belly on it. His body ain't changed since he been there, man. He should have a little bit more definition. You see Holger, my dad, he was a chubby freshman. That point guard, he got some muscles on him now, man. That's the thing about MSU. You're gonna come here, man, your body gonna change. If you get 4 years in MSU, you're gonna look good, man. Especially if Draymond paying for the weight room, you got all the top of the stuff, the top line stuff in there, you better use it.
I see a recruiting pitch.
Exactly. All the time, man. I'm green and white in wrestling, I'm green and white in softball, soccer. I want them all, man. I want everybody to come to MSU because this is a beautiful campus. You know that, J. Jack, man. That campus is even more beautiful now, man. So,
man,
they ain't even got home to build this way. Everything going straight up. So now they got a hotel down there, man, with a bar on top of it that you can see the game from it. I was up there like I felt like I was in Vegas or somewhere, man. I'm in downtown East Lansing.
Bro, when we was there, we could tell because there was so much building going on when we was there. Like, damn, you could just look around and be like, man, they is just building, They wasn't tearing down. They was building like the South, just adding and adding. It's like, I'm like, damn, I'm about 10 years too early.
I am too, man, because this NIL deal, man, I would have had Money Mart t-shirts all over the place. Man, come on, man. I'm so damn mad about this money these boys getting, man. You shouldn't have any problems now. You shouldn't have any problems now. You just go to school and play ball. I mean, you shouldn't have any issues, man. I'm so, so I wish I would have played in that time, man, for sure, man. This is just they give you $500 in your pocket for every month, every week, whatever, man. Just play ball and go to school.
Exactly.
And man, then you got a guy like Tucker. You got a brother like Tucker, man. He's so damn cool. I mean, he's 49, 50 years old, rocking. He got a kick game, his shoe game. He smokes cigars. The fellas smoking cigars in the locker room after they win. I'm like,
like, come on. Why won't you not want to be part of it?
You ain't Jim Harbaugh ain't doing that shit. Jim Harbaugh, old crusty ass Wrangler wearing motherfucker. He ain't doing all that. He ain't the guy that I want to go.
I gotta tell out on my coach now. I was with y'all. I was like, I'm good on state, man.
DeMarco, I ain't highlighting that comment right there, bro. Stop that. He said MSU still got free tickets at Stop and Shop. I'm not highlighting that. No, I'm gonna keep it fair, bro.
That's funny. Well, that's all right though. Stop and Shop. That's all right. I'm still tripping up. We got Mr. Basketball on the bench, man. We talking about our best Mr. Basketball now?
No, I think he was talking about John.
Oh yeah, John's what Mr. Basketball, was he?
No, I don't think he was.
I hope not.
What's his
Jeff
name?
know he
won it. That bum guard y'all had, he won it. The white dude.
Oh, Drew Knight?
From
no.
No.
Oh, the little dude.
You talking about Foster Lawyer?
Foster Lawyer, yeah.
Lawyer won it. Oh,
I think Brandon came in second.
He deserves second. And listen, hey, Lawyer was the shit in high school. I watched him play personally, and he just couldn't transfer that shit to the next level.
Well, he playing good right now. I think
Davidson. He put up 35 a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So he in the right league.
Steph Curry old school.
Yeah, he in the right league. He should have went there in the first place.
There you go. Yeah,
but I liked him though. I liked him in high school though. That bug was putting up mad numbers. It's the same brothers that they it's just high school. I don't know what's the difference, man. He's just a little dude though.
But the guy that came out, I can't remember his name. I think he went to Freeland. He came out when Draymond Green was in high school. He was a shooter too. He went to Xavier. It didn't work out for him.
Frank move. You talking about Brad Redford?
Yeah. Brad Redford. He was a shooter too.
Yeah,
didn't work out for him. Flamer, man.
Flamethrower, yeah. But they just couldn't adjust to that bang, that Big Ten physical.
No, especially when he got stepped on. When he got stepped on that one time, he got stepped on his chest one time. I was like, dude, he should go. He should go for real. Like, you can't recover from that, dog. Like, he just stepped on your chest.
And all you did was,
Oh, exactly, man. He just fell down. He was struggling, man. It was pathetic, man. Especially if he wasn't gonna hit a shot. That's like the white boy they got now, Hauser. I'm like, shit, man. You got all these brothers sitting on the bench, man. Hauser, if you don't make your jump shot, man, you don't need to be out there. Why can't our white guys be like the dude from like Davidson? I mean, like the white guy from Wisconsin. Just got an attitude.
Shooting. Even what's the name from he with the Pistons now. Jeff know I'm talking about, the center. He went to Iowa.
Lou Garza.
Oh, Garza. Yeah,
Garza. Garza, a beast, was a monster in college.
We having some buses sometimes. Like it. Come on, man. But he showed us today, though. I mean, man, man, you're a white guy, man. You need your white guys to do what they're supposed to do. Shoot. Shoot the damn ball, man. He's still here thinking, man, coaches gave you on this team for a reason, to shoot the damn ball. And then when you don't shoot it, it mess up the rebound. So I don't know, man. That's just me pissing. I just be pissing.
Like Drew Knight was. He was a monster.
Exactly.
Knocking
him
down.
That damn thing and just look at coach. Okay, coach. Okay. They be scared about coach, man. I would have played for time. Man. We would have been yelling back and forth at each other, but he would have been like, "Don't shoot the damn ball." But
and when you was there, I think because my year, Respert and Snow was still there.
Yeah, he wasn't even head coach.
He had just became head coach.
Yep, he was. I think he was that first year. He was still an assistant for sure.
Yeah,
Judd Heathcote was still in that thing. Yep, and it was.
And now I tell you, when he became coach, and they start having that Midnight Madness, oh, they had the whole campus rocking.
Man, they still do.
Yeah.
And if you ain't been to the present lately, man, you wouldn't even believe it. Yeah, I tell you, J Jack, they done pimped that mug out so nice. It's all glass. You know, it just happens when you get championships, you know, and you know, you win the Big Ten championships and you go to the Final Four. You know how it is, Jeff.
Yeah. Ain't that right,
I know. Yeah. Recently, very recently.
Then your plane fall off the track though. Then your plane wheels fall off.
Hey, we won after that.
They starting to feel a little better right now.
That brought their ass together, man. Death will bring your ass together, you know. They all thought they was gonna die, and next thing you know, they survived, and that brought them together. They was all in there hugging each other, kissing each other. They was like, "We're gonna die," and they stayed together. They didn't die. They brought the team together.
Yeah,
I thought that's what happened with that team.
Played them in practice jerseys.
Yes,
they lost their jerseys and all that. They played,
and that brought them together. I swear to God, I thought that brought that team together.
Yeah. I thought they was really finna win that for that.
Just that whole reason, you know. But then, you know, they all left, and then they fell off a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I just can't. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Jeff. Man.
We gonna leave you alone, Jeff. You knew you gonna catch some.
Keep going back to it, man. I'm trying not to go back to
it. We warned Jeff before that he was gonna be in the middle, so he already knew what was coming.
I had to put my colors on too. I know it's gonna be video, so I was like, let me go put my colors on.
I see you. I see you, man. Shout out, Mr.
I ain't even do it today.
Yeah,
I think he
lost.
Today.
Yeah, I think he lost connection. I don't know.
Yeah. Might jump back on.
Yeah, we just having fun on this one. We've been talking sports with Money Marv. You know what I'm saying? We don't win an hour and 7 in. We just been going at it and talking sports, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. I want to see if Marv come back in here. Let him know we ain't kick him out. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it was a technical problem. I don't know. He probably caught back up, or I'm gonna have to hit him up and let him know. Or something might have happened.
He was streaming on his phone. Maybe his phone died or something.
Yeah, that look like that's him right there.
Right, he jumped back on.
Yeah, there you go.
I did. I was like, I want to end like that. I said, if we go in, man, at least say bye.
Yeah,
I thought Jeff got off.
I hope he don't think we kicked him off.
I ain't got the control. I ain't got the control, so I can't even do it.
I mean, like,
otherwise, I'd have did about 10 minutes. I'd have did about 10 minutes ago when y'all started talking about his. I'd be like, technical
delete, my bad, man.
Yeah, man, we ain't gonna hold you up, though, Mar. Man, it's been a pleasure talking to you, my guy. Man, we appreciate you for joining us. You had anything you could have did, man, and you chose to rock it with us, so we salute you.
I appreciate it, man.
For sure. Thanks for coming on.
I'm gonna tune in from now on.
No doubt, man. We
you do this every Friday. I'm about to say you do this every Sunday or every Saturday? Every Saturday, 7 o'clock?
Yeah, we do. Yep. Me and Jeff do this every Saturday. I got another one. Me and my sister Crystal do one every Tuesday. We just did our last interview was with Direct. Check that one out. You know, it's an interview with Direct, and he rapped with Triple Darkness, which part of the Twister camp. So he was breaking it down about, you know, the Poe Pimp, how that all came about, and psychodrama.
I forgot about that.
No, he's from Chicago. He's from Chicago. He, like I said, he with Twister camp. You know, Twister, you know, Poe Pimp, do or die.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, he with that camp.
That mixed up. I'm thinking about
he with that
MC
camp,
Breed there for a second.
Oh, no.
My bad. I got it mixed up for a second.
Yeah,
no doubt.
But check them out. You know what I'm saying? Next Saturday, me and Jeff supposed to go on with Tory Jackson, BV, Notre Dame legend, Saginaw legend. Next week we back at it.
What you got to say too. No doubt, fellas. I appreciate it, fellas.
Man, we appreciate you too, a legend. Y'all seen it and heard it on Thawed magazine, talking with the legend, Money Marvin Wright. Y'all know what it is. Salute, bro. Appreciate you. Go green.
Cut him off.
Look at Jeff. You hit it from both sides, bro. You catching it from both sides. Don't see it. All right, bro.